Ayrton Senna da Silva, commonly known as Ayrton Senna, is a name that echoes through the halls of motorsport history. Born on March 21, 1960, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Senna possessed an extraordinary talent and an unwavering determination that would shape his legacy as the greatest Formula One driver of all time. From a young age, Senna showed a deep passion for racing. He began karting at the age of 4 when his father built his very first kart, equipped with a lawnmower engine that boasted a mere 1 horsepower. Senna spent hours and hours in the garage of their house assembling and dismantling the kart. Until getting the right setup, they wanted to race at the track. Since he wasn't allowed in official kart races until the age of 13, he spent the next years improving his skills and setting the stage for his remarkable journey in the world of motorsport. In 1977, Senna's skills reached new heights as he emerged victorious in the highly competitive South American Karting Championship. With his sights set on global success, Senna ventured into the Karting World Championship from 1978 to 1982. It was here that he faced some of the most talented young drivers from around the world. In 1979 and 1980, Senna secured the position of vice champion in the Karting World Championship, narrowly missing out on the top spot. These achievements solidified his status as one of the most promising young talents in motorsport, and Senna's dreams of becoming a Formula One champion started to take shape. Senna's talent quickly caught the attention of racing scouts, leading him to make his way through the ranks of lower formula racing categories. With each victory, he showcased his exceptional driving skills, strategic brilliance, and an unrivaled hunger for success that would soon earn him a seat in the prestigious world of Formula One. In 1984, Ayrton Senna made his debut in Formula One driving for the Toleman team. Despite limited resources, a less competitive car, and being relatively new to the sport, Senna showcased his exceptional talent, grabbing the attention of the racing world with his impressive performances and daring overtakes. Senna's move to Lotus in 1985 marked a turning point in his career. With a more competitive car, he quickly made his mark, securing his first victory at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Senna's raw speed, fierce determination, and relentless pursuit of perfection captivated fans worldwide. One of the defining chapters in Senna's career was his intense rivalry with fellow driver Alain Prost. Their contrasting personalities on and off the track fueled a fierce competition that electrified Formula One. These two legendary drivers pushed each other to their limits, creating some of the most memorable moments in racing history. Their battles on the racetrack fascinated fans and added an extra layer of excitement to each race. Ayrton Senna's quest for greatness culminated in 3 World Championship titles. In 1988, driving for McLaren, Senna secured his first championship, battling fiercely against Alain Prost, who was his teammate at that time, and showcasing his unmatched speed and skill. He followed it up with back-to-back championships in 1990 and 1991, solidifying his status as one of the all-time greats of the sport. The scenes of celebration and triumph that followed Ayrton Senna's championship wins are etched into the memories of racing fans. The joy, the relief, and the sheer emotion displayed by Senna and his team were a testament to the immense effort and sacrifice that went into those championship campaigns. He won 41 Grand Prix and held the record for the most pole positions in the sport, 65, between 1989 and 2006. Ayrton Senna's exceptional skills extended to his qualifying talent. He was known for his ability to extract every ounce of performance from his car during qualifying sessions, consistently securing pole positions and putting himself in the best position to dominate the race. His career was punctuated by unforgettable victories in some of the most prestigious and challenging races in Formula One. One race that will forever be associated with Senna is the Monaco Grand Prix. He conquered the narrow streets of Monte Carlo like no other, winning the race a record 6 times, showcasing his exceptional car control and unwavering determination. Another race that etched Senna's name in the annals of motorsport history is the 1993 European Grand Prix at Donington Park. In treacherous wet conditions, Senna delivered a masterclass in wet weather driving, executing a mesmerizing opening lap to go from 5th to 1st. His remarkable performance in that race is often regarded as one of the greatest displays of skill and determination ever witnessed in Formula One. While Senna's career was filled with triumphs, it was also marred by tragedy. Ayrton Senna, a 3-time Formula One world champion, was about to compete in one of the most important races of his career, the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix. Senna was a true legend, known for his determination, passion, and relentless pursuit of excellence. He had already achieved so much in his career but was hungry for more. However, destiny had something else in store for him on that unforgettable day. The weekend of the San Marino Grand Prix got off to a bad start when Rubens Barrichello crashed at the Variante Bassa at 225 km per hour. Barrichello eventually regained consciousness, having suffered a broken nose and sprained wrist, though he didn't take part in the rest of the race weekend. Things got even worse on Saturday. During the second qualifying session in the afternoon, Roland Ratzenberger crashed into the concrete wall on the outside of the Villeneuve curve at 314 km per hour due to a suspected front wing failure. He was taken into an ambulance, and from there, news broke that Ratzenberger had passed away. FIA Dr. Sid Watkins told Senna he didn't have to race again and suggested he withdraw from racing and go fishing with him, but Senna told him he just couldn't stop. He did, however, not take part in the rest of the qualifying session. Once the light turned green on race day, the dark cloud that had been looming over that weekend persisted. As the race began, Senna displayed his unmatched talent, showcasing his skills behind the wheel. But little did anyone know that this would be his final race, ending in a tragedy that shook the racing world to its core. In the midst of the race, tragedy struck. Senna entered the corner at 309 km per hour, braked hard, downshifted twice, and then impacted the wall at 211 km per hour. The impact tore off the front right wheel and nose cone before coming to a halt, leaving Senna motionless in the car. Fire marshals arrived on the scene first, though they had to wait for medical personnel, who came minutes after. Television coverage from an overhead helicopter was broadcast around the world as Senna received medical treatment. While Senna's car was eventually lifted onto a truck and returned to the pit lane, the Brazilian was transported to Maggiore Hospital, where doctors rushed him into intensive care. The accident left fans and fellow racers in shock, and the impact of the crash was devastating. The front right wheel had shot up on impact and entered the cockpit, thereby striking the front right area of Senna's helmet. The impact itself shoved the Brazilian's head back against the headrest while causing skull fractures. A piece of suspension attached to the wheel also partially penetrated his helmet and caused head trauma, while a jagged piece of the upright assembly penetrated the helmet visor just above his right eye. Immediately after the crash, Senna made a slight movement with his head, raising hopes regarding his injuries. However, Senna's heart stopped beating shortly after 3 p.m. local time and doctors restarted it, but the decision was made not to restart it after another stop at 1837. Senna died on May 1, 1994 at the age of 34. As officials examined the wreckage of Senna's car, they found a furled Austrian flag which, had he won, Senna would have raised in honor of Ratzenberger. The entire Formula One community was left in shock and mourned the loss of an exceptional talent and a true icon. Senna's death was considered a national tragedy in his native Brazil, with the government declaring 3 days of mourning. The funeral took place on the 5th of May 1994 and was broadcast live on Brazilian television. An estimated 3 million people took to the streets of Sao Paulo, while many well-known motor racing figures attended the funeral. After the horrific weekend in San Marino, a vast number of new regulations came in to increase driver safety. To this day, no driver has died behind the wheel of a Formula One car ever since. The tragic loss of Ayrton Senna reverberated around the world. He was more than just a racing driver. He was an inspiration to millions, embodying the spirit of never giving up and always striving for greatness. The image of Ayrton Senna's yellow helmet has become synonymous with his name. It represents not only his unmistakable presence on the track, but also his indomitable spirit, his unwavering determination, and his pursuit of greatness. Beyond his achievements on the track, Senna made a lasting impact through his philanthropy. He was actively involved in several charities in his native Brazil and tried to be a role model for kids by starting the Senna cartoon series shortly before his death. Even though Ayrton Senna's life was cut tragically short, his legacy continues to inspire generations of racing enthusiasts. His family and loved ones have kept his memory alive, ensuring that his spirit lives on by establishing the Instituto Ayrton Senna, a foundation dedicated to improving education for children in Brazil. Through their tireless efforts, they have positively transformed the lives of countless young individuals, carrying on Senna's legacy of making a difference. Today, we remember Ayrton Senna not only for the tragedy that marked his final moments, but for the incredible achievements and thrilling races that defined his career. From his intense battles with rivals to his remarkable display of skill under pressure, Senna's passion for racing continues to captivate fans worldwide. Throughout his career, Senna pushed the boundaries of what was possible in Formula One. His daring overtakes, lightning-fast reflexes, and unwavering determination made him a true legend of the sport. Every time he crossed the finish line, it was a moment of triumph that resonated with fans around the globe. He left an indelible mark on the world of motorsports and inspired a new generation of drivers to pursue their dreams fearlessly. Even today, his techniques and racing philosophy continue to shape the strategies of aspiring racers. Senna once said, "The harder I push, the more I find within myself." His words encapsulate the spirit of a true champion, a warrior who never settled for anything less than greatness. His determination and passion for the sport continue to inspire us all. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey through the terrifying last minutes of Ayrton Senna. Remember to subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories and leave a comment below to share your thoughts on this incredible racing legend.